Hey everyone, Bombit here and welcome. In today's theory we will be discussing our predictions for Scott Cawthon's next adventure, Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic. After analysing the trailer, I have many things to say and believe I have come up with many possible theories for what could happen during the game. If you have your own thoughts and theories, make sure to leave them in the comments below and I will go through and reply to as many as I can. With all that being said, let's start, shall we? Myself and many other theorists have pointed out the fact that, in the book The Mimic, there is two teams of people who go in to retrieve the Mimic. Sadly, neither of them succeed. However, it's stated that Team B start their exploration in December, and I quote, "It's now January and Dominic, Harry and Glenn arrive at the factory, after Edwin Murray has disappeared for a few months prior." Now, with all that in mind, let's analyse the trailer again, shall we? Noting the scene where we appear to be on the rooftop of the factory, you can notice the small detail of the snow. Many of you may say that this is just world building, but knowing FNAF and Scott Cawthon, that is definitely far from the case. I believe this is implying that we are Team B, and this is taking place shortly after Christmas. That is why there is snow present in that scene. This aligns nicely with the story too. After Team A have died, Fazbear Entertainment is now sending us in Team B, but giving us more information, like how we hear the hand unit's voice say at the start of the trailer.
So let me explain the situation. One of our contractors, Edwin Murray, has gone missing, leaving our property abandoned in his warehouse. Your job is simple: enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology that he was developing for us.
Also, after digitally enhancing some of the pictures from the trailer, we can see that there are two dead bodies present. This may be subtly trying to imply that there are two other co-workers. Keep in mind that none of the characters in this story survive, so does that mean we will not make it out of the factory and be able to tell the tale to others? Another interesting detail that is seen within the trailer is a dark stain on the floor outside of Edwin's factory. Coincidentally, a van pulls up right over the top of the same spot. Within the story The Mimic, Edwin's son David gets hit by a car outside of his factory, which also happens to be by a van. Could this dark stain on the floor be implying that we were the one who ran him over? A simple foreshadowing for why there may be a black stain on the floor. Or this just could be a subtle reference to the story and the events that take place before Secret of the Mimic. During the trailer, we can see our protagonist open a gate with a small red and gold lever. This same lever can also be spotted in the original Secret of the Mimic trailer. The location of the crank is positioned on the box of Jackie, the same crank that one would turn to open up the box. Could this be implying that we are the ones to open the box and take the crank, and unfortunately releasing Jackie in the process? This can be further backed up by the people who played the demo at PAX West 2024. Many of those who've played have indeed confirmed that the hand crank did belong to Jackie. So that just leaves the question, are we the ones to set her free? Another key piece of information to take note of is the fact that we are in the same van as the van that is seen at the end of Help Wanted 2. The recent update gave us some more information and pictures of what will be in Secret of the Mimic, one of those being the same van with the Mexus machine in the back. This is showing us that in the game, we will be the ones to retrieve Mexus and possibly the Mimic and trap it in the basement of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Now, with all that being said, I believe we can piece together a small timeline of the events that will take place in Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic. William Afton, excited with his new contract with Edwin Murray, speeds down the motorway straight to his factory. However, while driving way over the limit, William does not see the small child that runs out onto the road. This child is Edwin's son, David. Not knowing what to do, William speeds away in fear that if Edwin sees the company van, he may pull back his contract from working with Fazbear Entertainment. Edwin does not see the van, and to William's plan, this somehow works. However, Edwin goes insane and leaves the factory, presumed missing by everybody, all but William. However, before Edwin's mysterious departure, he beats up the Mimic as it was copying his deceased son. This Mimic now mimics the actions that Edwin forced onto it, being aggressive and beating up anybody it sees. Now, sometime in 1978, Fazbear Entertainment want the Mimic technology. However, it does not belong to them, it belongs to Edwin. They lie and send a team in to go collect it, not knowing of the dangers that lurks within. After a terrible encounter with the Mimic, most of the team dies. However, one lone survivor manages to trap the mimic within its box using the allocated hand crank. However, after sustaining many wounds from the mimic, he is not capable of leaving and is sadly left to die. Team A does not return. After learning from their mistakes, Fazbear Entertainment make a more detailed training cassette for them to follow. This would be the voice of a hand unit telling them to go collect the prototype from Edwin's factory. Now, many months after the original Team A in January, our team goes in to collect the mimic. Finding its box, we turn the hand crank and open it, unknowingly releasing our fates. After losing our co-workers and later finding them stuffed inside Springlock costumes, we eventually lure and capture the mimic and then speed off with it in the back of the van along with Mexus. Bringing it to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, we trap it in the basement where it will sit for many years until the events of Security Breach. What did you all think of that theory? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. Only time will tell whether we're right or wrong. If you enjoyed, please remember to leave a like rating or subscribe as it really helps out our channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Good